Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, thank you for taking your valuable time and interest in this topic. To start with, you see, generally when a researcher is conducting any research work, be it qualitative or quantitative type of research, in order for the researcher to statistically interpret and draw inferences from the data of his or her findings, the data of the study must undergo various statistical operation or analysis. Similarly, when the researcher is conducting a study on soil quality assessment or monitoring, the data obtained from the analysis of different soil parameters can be processed and tested for various statistical analysis such as correlation analysis or regression coefficient analysis, regression analysis, the analysis of variance or the ANOVA test, and also you can find the F value or the P values of the test and also many other more. Now, how can this statistical analysis of data can be carried out? This can be done by using the statistical tool called SPSS. SPSS stands for Statistical Package for the Social Science. This statistical tool is one of the most widely used statistical package in research. First of all, you have to install this software in your system, and if you already did, then to get a glimpse of the software, double click on the SPSS icon from your desktop and SPSS window will pop up. You will notice that SPSS have two windows. One is the data view window and the other is the variable view window, and we'll know more about it in a while. The question that arises now is how will or should the soil analytical data be inserted and arranged in SPSS here so that later the researcher can perform any statistical analysis that his or her study requires. Okay, to help you with that, especially if you are a greenhorn in this field, the idea of assisting the fellow researcher through this video was born, and thus this video was prepared and recorded, and now you are watching it. Therefore, in this video, I will show you the steps you need to follow basically on how to insert and arrange the soil analytical data in SPSS. Actually, technically, this is possible with the help Microsoft Excel. However, to be able to do so, these are the few different steps one must meticulously follow, and they are: first, you must have the analytical data of various soil parameters studied, and after which this data will be then properly arranged in Microsoft Excel, because if these are not properly taken care of, then there will be many problems that will arise if you want to proceed or perform the different statistical analysis later on. And after that, you can enter the variables in SPSS software and then transfer the arranged data from MS Excel to SPSS, and finally you can conduct or perform any statistical analysis of your desire. So these are the steps one needs to remember. To follow these steps, first of all, you need to have the analytical data of various soil parameters studied. And for acquiring these data, the area of study is decided first. Depending on the different factors or criteria of the study, different sampling site or sampling location within the study area will be selected. And from the different sampling site or sampling location, soil samples will be collected either on the monthly basis or seasonally or on a yearly basis. Sampling collection will be carried out following the standard protocol of collection. Then the soil parameters to be analyzed were selected. However, depending upon the type of study and the interest of the researcher, selection of parameters varied from one study to the other. Then, the selected parameters will be analyzed adopting standard protocol or the standard method of analysis. And then finally, soil analytical data will be obtained. Once the data are obtained, the next step is the arrangement of the soil analytical data in Microsoft Excel sheet. Let us demonstrate this by using examples so that it will be convenient and easy to understand. Hypothetically, let us assume that the researcher is conducting a study to evaluate the soil physico-chemical properties of this area. Within this area, 3 sampling locations or sampling sites will be selected. And from each sampling location, soil samples will be collected during the pre-monsoon and the post-monsoon season of the year 2020 and 2021. And the following parameters will be analyzed for the study. In short, the detail of the hypothetical study is presented in this table. This table indicates that within the study area, soil samples were seasonally collected, that is pre-monsoon and post-monsoon season, from 3 different sampling stations, SS1, SS2, and SS3, for the year 2020 and 2021. And the parameters that are analyzed are these 7 parameters. Next, open your Microsoft Excel sheet, and it is in the Excel sheet where data calculation is carried out. Similarly, this platform will be used for arranging the analytical data, and the arrangement should be in such a way that it is compatible to directly transfer the data into SPSS. Let us assume that the average value or the mean value of different parameters studied for a soil sample collected from sampling station 1, sampling station 2, sampling station 3 during pre-monsoon season and post-monsoon season of the year 2020 are marked in blue color, this value, and the mean value or the average value of the different soil parameters analyzed from different sampling station 1, sampling station 2, sampling station 3 during pre-monsoon and post-monsoon season of the year 2021 are marked in red color. Okay. Next is how will or should these data be arranged? So first, arrange the variables in this manner. Start with year, season, sampling station, replicate, because for each parameters to obtain the mean value, 3 analysis was carried out. Then the soil parameters. Okay. Next, fill the name of the selected parameters here. Then, once you fill the name of the selected parameters, it will be something like this. all the name of the selected parameter will be displayed here. Next, let's see how many cells are required, and we will use a little bit of maths. So first, in our hypothetical study, how many years are there? There are 2 years, right? Year 2021 and 2022, from which the soil samples will be collected. How many seasons are there in a year? For the study, we have selected pre-monsoon and post-monsoon, which means there are 2 seasons. And how many sampling stations are there? There are 3 sampling stations. And from how many replicates for each parameter to be analyzed? 3. So 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 3, 12, 12 into 3, 36. So the total number of cells that you require for this study will be 36 number of cells. And for each year, it will be 18. Okay, remember this. Always start with the number of replicates because it will be easier for you. You understand it if you do it by yourself. You understand why I start with replicates. So here there are 18 number of cells for the R1, R2, R3. So 18 of R1, R2, 3, 3 will be 6 times, right? So why 6? Because 2 season, 3 samples. So 3 into 2 will be 6. Okay, so after this, season, sampling station, and sampling season, and then year. So that your table will look like this. So this is how your table will look like. See, for the year 2020, for pre-monsoon season, post-monsoon season. For pre-monsoon season, 3 sampling station, right? S1, S2, S3, and for each replicates are there. See, now if you count this, there are 18 cells. From here to here, the total number of cells will be 18. Okay. So now next is we have to insert the data here. Now how to insert all this data in one go? So remember for the year 2020, the data are marked in blue color. Okay. These data. What do you have? Now this data, how will you copy and paste it there? What is the easiest way to do it? You just right click from here, delete the entire row. Okay. Like this. Similarly, all the gaps between the data, delete the entire row. These as well, delete the entire row. Here also, right click, delete entire row, right click, delete entire row. You can even delete this. Right click, delete entire column. So now you'll have only the data. Now what you do is copy this data from here, copy, right, for the year 2020, all this data of the year 2020, paste it here, right click, paste. See, now this is how you'll get the data. Similarly, you have to do it for the year 2020-21. So those data, the mean value data are in red color, right? So the same thing for this, you have to delete this entire row first. Okay, then your data will come something like this. Okay, so now you copy this, paste it here. So now we have the data of the year 2020 and also the data of the year 2020-21. These data are ready for transfer to SPSS, but there are few variables such as the year, the seasons, and the sampling stations. These variables also have to be converted into SPSS language. So therefore, before we do that, let us first open the SPSS software, double click on the SPSS icon, introductory screen will pop up. Pause and click OK. As mentioned earlier, SPSS consists of two windows. One is the data view window and the other is called the variables view window. Okay, so now data will be functional for analysis only after the variables are being properly defined. Okay, that is, before inserting the data in data view, first you have to define the different variables that are used in the study in this variable view window. So therefore, you have to go to the variable view window first, and here the first variable according to in our study is what? Is the year. So you have to type here year. Okay, so always remember that the first character will always be a alphabet. So it can be anything, but here in our case will be a year. And there will be no spacing. Once you type year here, for example, just click here once to see this automatically will be pop up like this. Okay, so let this be as it is, whatever that is there, let it be as it is, except in few places. So type will be either numeric or string. Okay, the width is the will determine the number of character. Okay, and the decimal is the number of values after the decimals. If you put 1 or 2 or whatever, but mostly 2 will be enough. And label, this is you label the your variables, and it will be year again, year. Okay, about that the next information you need to fill is about the values. So here you see that there are three dots. So in your year, in a year, how many years did you carry out the study for? 2 years, right? What are the years? 2020 and 2021. So here, as this is what I earlier said, use the terminology SPSS language. Because if you write 2020, 2021, SPSS will not be able to do the calculation. Therefore, you have to put that value here. So you click in these three dots here. Okay, then this table will pop up. So you write the value as 1 for the year and label it for the year 2020. And then you just press add button. Okay, and then the second year is 2. Okay, and which year is that? 2021. That's okay. So from now on, when you have to use anything with 2020 in SPSS, you'll be using as 1 with respect to year. With respect to 2021, the value will be 2. Okay, so just press OK, that is done. All right, next, missing column, and here measures, just put this as nominal, the first one. Okay, similarly, you have to repeat for the next variable. Your next variable is which one? Season, right? Seasons. Okay, again you click like that once, so let it be, everything will be the same except here the label you name it as seasons. Okay, again season, how many season you clear for your study? 2. One is pre-monsoon and the other is post-monsoon. Remember that if I say pre-monsoon and post-monsoon, if I want to analyze the data for that, SPSS will not be able to understand it. That's why I have to change that. Okay, so whatever I do here is now, again I'll put 1 for pre-monsoon. Okay, press add. Next, the value will be 2 is for post-monsoon. It'll be, again you add it. So now this 1 and 2, one will be for pre-monsoon, the other will be for post-monsoon. So done. Here so keep it as, and keep it nominal on. Okay. And after that, sampling station, right? Sampling, and here similarly here STATION stations. Okay. And here, how many stations are there in our hypothetical study? 3, right? What are they? Let's put it at label 1 is for SS1, right? Let's put value 2 for station 2, right? And 3 for SS3. So these are the different. So one in terms of season, one will be for SS1, two will be for SS2, three will be for SS3. Okay, so depending on your study, how many you have this. The more you have, the more of these values and labels you have to change. Because as I said earlier, the statistics will not be able to understand what is SS1, SS2, or sampling station 1, sampling station 2. According to the SPSS, SPSS will be able to understand the language is 1, it means for SS1, 2, it means for SS2, and 3, it means for SS3. Okay, now this is done, and then here also, put this as nominal. Okay, then after the sampling season, what comes next is the, remember that table from the, you have to refer it from the table which we use in the from Excel sheet. Okay, so the next will be replicate, right? Replicate. Everything will be same. Again here, replicate. Here, replicates. How many replicates are there? 3. So one will be for R1, add 2 will be for R replicate 2, number 2. 3 will be for replicate number 3. So this is done. Now see, all these will be in the SPSS language. After we finish for these 4 variables, first of all, okay, then from here we'll go back to the MS Excel sheet. Okay, so that will be easier for you to understand. Now see here, for the year 2020, we use the value 2000, we use the value as 1, right? For the year 2021, we use it at 2. And similarly, for seasons, 1 is for pre-monsoon, 2 is for post-monsoon. Okay, we'll be using this and insert it next in the Excel sheet. Similarly here, S1 for SS1, 2 for SS2, 3 for SS3, and then this for replicates, 1 is for R1, 2 is for R2, and 3 is for R3. So now, first from here, we'll go back to the Excel sheet. All right. See, now in our Excel sheet, we have all the data ready. Okay, except remember I told you that these variables here, okay, they need to be translated into SPSS language. Now earlier, remember earlier I said 2020 in terms of SPSS, what did we keep it as? 1, right? So we have to put this all this value in as 1, not 2020. And for pre-monsoon, it's 1 again. For post-monsoon, it's 2. For SS1 is 1, SS2 is 2, S3 is also is 3, SS1 is 1, 2, and 3, R1, 1, R2, 2, R3, 3. So from here, when we translate into SPSS language, it will look like this. See? Okay, it will look like this. So now for the year 2020, everything is as 1. See? For this pre-monsoon season, all as 1. For post-monsoon season, everything's as 2. For sampling season 1, it's 1. Sampling season 2, 2. Sampling season 3, 3. Sampling season 1 during post-monsoon, 1. Sampling season 2 during post-monsoon, 2. Sampling season 3, post as 3. Okay, everything is in SPSS language here. And similarly, R1 will be 1, R2 will be 2 because, and R3 will be 3. So similarly, 1, 2, and 3. See, now everything now is in SPSS language. Now in this format, SPSS can do the further analysis. Now similarly, 2021 is indicated as 2, right? Pre-monsoon as 1 again, okay, in SPSS language. Post-monsoon 2. Similarly, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, if I convert this into SPSS language, it will look something like this. Okay, see, all year is 2. So the moment I say 2, I understand it's 2022 or 21, sorry. Season 1, pre-monsoon, post-monsoon. SS1, SS2, SS3, okay, sorry. Okay, then SS3, then SS1, SS2, and SS3. Here again, 1, 2, and 3. This 3, 1, 2, and 3. So now, even the data for the year 2021 are in SPSS language. Okay, once you have done converted these in Excel sheet, now we'll go back to the uh, SPSS software. But remember, the first parameter here is pH, second is electrical conductivity, okay, third is moisture content, fourth is organic carbon, next is nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, and potassium. Okay, so next we have to arrange this. Okay, so once we've done this, let's go back to the SPSS software. So the SPSS software is here. Now what next is we have to fill for the parameters. Soil pH is number one, right? Soil pH here we'll just write again the values as soil P and H. Okay, here none because you just have to insert the values, so this will be as none. Okay, you cannot put 1 2 3 for the values, so it'll be just none. But the only thing you have to change here in soil pH is here. It should be scale because they are in values, no, so it should be in scale. So similarly for electrical conductivity, let's write in short EC. Okay, everything will be same except you have to change for EC here. Okay, everything will be same except for this. Similarly for moisture content, I'll write the moisture content here. Moisture content, change the scale. Then organic carbon OC, I'll write in short. Okay, and here organic carbon. Then here also scale because all the values are in scale. Then nitrogen, and nitrogen scale. Okay, you have to change this. Phosphorus, and then here also we'll keep it as scale. Now potassium, so potassium. Okay, now see, after this, now all the variables have been defined. Now once the variables have been defined in the variable views, now if you go to click at data view window, you see now this has been arranged properly, just like the way the Excel sheet that I have prepared for earlier. Okay, now see, year, season, sampling station, replicate, soil pH, EC, MC, uh, organic carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now these are in there. Since we have already arranged it from Excel sheet, what I have to do now is just have to port the data from Excel sheet, or maybe just copy from there and paste it here. So see what I'll do now. I'll go back to Excel sheet. Okay, I'll go back to Excel sheet. Now this is the Excel sheet. Now these are the data which I'll be transferring to SPSS. Okay, so since I have already converted the data for the year 2020 in SPSS language, so it's very easy now for me. What I have to do is just copy this. Okay, copy. All right, and then go to SPSS, then just right click it there. See, right click and paste. See, now all the data are being inserted right here in SPSS. Now this is only for the year 2020, because remember 2020 is indicated as 1, right? Season, just from the number here, now after you know that, 1 is for pre-monsoon, okay, post-monsoon, right, this one. And this is for season, sampling station 1, sampling station 2, sampling station 3, sampling station 1, sampling station 2, sampling station 3, replicate 1 2 3, replicate 1 3. These are the data of pH, electrical conductivity, moisture content, organic carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now we'll go back to Excel sheet. Okay, we'll go back to Excel sheet and copy the 2021 data. Okay, data which have already been converted in terms of the SPSS language. Okay, everything. So receipt 2 indicates 2021, already have for 2021. I will copy this and paste it in SPSS. Now we are back here. So just here in column number, remember earlier we calculated the number of cells. Remember the number of cells we have calculated? We said 18 for 1 year, right? So see, we are exactly like that. Now that's why the calculation is meaning is that for that purpose. Now right click here and paste it. Now all the values for the second year will be also inserted here. Now what will happen now? Remember when you did the calculation, we get 36 cells in total. See, 36 cells are here. So now this is how you will insert your data, your soil quality data in SPSS. Now once you have this data in this format, now whatever analysis that you want to perform, be it the descriptive statistics, or be it be the correlation analysis, be it be the regression analysis, or be it the ANOVA analysis, whatever the analysis that you want to perform, once your data are in this format, you can carry out the analysis of whatever your desire is. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you of how to incorporate or how to arrange the data from Excel sheet and then insert it in the SPSS. So once you have this, you're ready to go for analysis. Okay, but remember, you always have to define the different variables first of all before you proceed into the next level. All right, so with this, we have come to an end of this video, and I hope and believe video will be of great help to you. And then if you find this video helpful, please kindly like, comment, and do subscribe to my channel. And your valuable comments will always motivate me to do better and more. So thank you so much once again, and God bless.